Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth, and there is a portion of this.
Ice Cube, sorry, Angel Reese. $5 million offers only for Caitlin Clark.
Ice Cube just made a bold business move that has everyone talking.
Sorry, Angel Reese. The $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark.
Offering $5 million to Caitlin Clark while passing on Angel Reese.
Just to close out this piece on Ice Cube, he did nothing wrong here, okay? Caitlin Clark is way better than Angel Reese.
The message is clear. They are not equals when it comes to star power, skill, or market value. This isn't personal. It's business backed by cold, hard numbers. Do you stand 100% with Caitlin on this? Drop your thoughts below.
Ice Cube, because Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth, and there is a portion of this that just tells you everything that we've been telling you. This is just confirmation.
When Ice Cube and the Big Three League extended a staggering $5 million offer to Caitlin Clark, it sent shockwaves across the basketball world.
No, the thing with Caitlin Clark, it was just to unlock millions of dollars for the league because of her stardom, what our sponsors was telling us.
This wasn't a random PR stunt. It was a calculated business decision based on real market research and sponsor demand.
Ice Cube told us sponsors assured him Clark coming to his organization would rake in cash hand over fist.
According to Ice Cube himself, the move was driven by what sponsors were telling him behind the scenes. Caitlin Clark is the ticket to turning massive profits.
Cube told us sponsors assured him Clark coming into his org would rake in cash hand over fist, but they didn't tell us the same about Angel Reese.
Let's break this down. Ice Cube didn't hesitate to clarify the reason behind his exclusive offer. He stated clearly, they, the sponsors, told us Caitlin Clark would rake in cash hand over fist.
Since based on working with these two women, what they bring in and what type of offer you can give them, that's going to put you in the green versus the red. It may or it may not make sense.
That's not speculation. That's business intelligence from the people writing the checks. They saw Clark as a unique opportunity to elevate the Big Three brand with minimal effort and maximum return.
Ice Cube's literally saying, we sat down, looked at the actual figures, and the draw wasn't there.
And what about Angel Reese? When asked if she'd be next in line for a similar deal, Ice Cube shut it down immediately. Not out of disrespect, but out of financial logic.
Angel Reese was not going to be able to bring in the amount of eyes for the sponsors and for the league for him to justify that offer.
He explained that sponsors didn't offer the same assurances about Angel Reese, and therefore, we can't make that same offer.
There will be no deal put up or put in front of Reese anytime soon. Okay, diplomatic answer.
In other words, Reese simply doesn't move the needle for the league or its investors like Clark does. This wasn't about popularity contests. It was about bottom line projections.
She would have only needed to have played in 8 regular season games and potentially 2 playoff games to earn the absorbent amount of cash.
Clark would have only needed to play 8 regular season games and 2 playoff appearances to earn the full $5 million. That's how confident they were in her ability to generate buzz, boost ratings, and attract eyes to the product.
She, of course, ultimately turned down the deal and went on to sign with the Indiana Fever.
Even though Clark ultimately turned the offer down to pursue her WNBA career,
Ice Cube's literally saying, we sat down, looked at the actual figures, and the draw wasn't there. The fever wasn't there. Oh, no pun intended.
Ice Cube made his stance crystal clear. When it comes to real value in the business of basketball, Caitlin Clark is in a league of her own. This was not rejection, it was redirection. Ice Cube listened to the numbers, not the noise. You can argue opinions, but you can't argue numbers. And the numbers overwhelmingly prove that Caitlin Clark is the single biggest draw in women's basketball right now.
Clark has accounted for 33.5% of the total WNBA attendance in 2024.
Let's start with what matters most in professional sports: attendance and revenue impact. Caitlin Clark alone has been responsible for an astonishing 33.5% of total WNBA attendance in 2024.
I'm the one that's part of the reason why the WNBA ain't. It's these type of people, why they can't make the money. No, It's just y'all not fucking accepting why y'all can't make the same money.
That's not a typo. One rookie is generating more than a third of the league's live audience. For comparison, even a 5% impact from one player would be considered massive in any sport. But Caitlin isn't just showing up. She's shifting the entire league's attendance curve.
When Clark plays, WNBA games average 15,591 fans in attendance, which is a plus 105% compared to the 7,645 fans when she is not in action.
When Clark takes the court, arena attendance jumps to 15,591 fans on average. That's a 105% increase compared to games where she's not playing, which average only 7,645 fans.
That even falls into my last point. If one player can do that, see, when it comes to the NBA, every team has somebody I will watch.
Whether it's in Indiana or on the road, she packs the house. And this isn't just about home court hype. Clark boosts road attendance by 36%, more than any other player in the WNBA. The only exception, the Las Vegas Aces, who already operate at max capacity.
Every home game, when removing the Aces from the equation, Clark's effect grew even bigger to a whopping 137% compared to when she's not in action.
Take them out of the equation, and Caitlin's impact balloons to a staggering 137% attendance spike when she's in town.
Caitlin Clark with over 500,000 votes. This was for June 20th, 2025, the top 10 players who received the highest number of fan votes. Final results, Caitlin Clark, 1.2 million. The following are top players based on total fan voting. 1.2, she's number one.
Now let's look at fan engagement and voting power. In the 2025 WNBA All-Star voting, Caitlin Clark received over 1.2 million votes, putting her at the very top of the list.
How come Angel Reese isn't even on the top 10 in this list? What the fuck am I missing? Am I missing something? Angel Reese is number 10, less than half of the same votes of Caitlin Clark, less than half.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese barely cracked the top 10 and did so with less than half the votes Clark received. That's not just a popularity contest, that's market proof. Fans pay attention when Caitlin plays. They buy tickets, they watch live, they engage online, and they show up in droves. Even when measured against her fellow rookies, Caitlin stands out by miles.
Cameron Brink, of the LA Sparks, are next on the list, drawing an average of 11,000 or 11.1 thousand fans on the road.
Cameron Brink of the LA Sparks, the number one. 2-pick averaged 11,000 fans on the road. Solid, but still far behind Clark.
Meanwhile, fellow rookie Angel Reese and Chicago Sky are third on the list with an average of 10.3 thousand fans in attendance on the road.
Angel Reese came in third, drawing 10.3K fans on the road. It's not terrible, but it's clearly not in Caitlin's orbit. And when you're dealing with high-stakes business like the Big Three offer, those gaps matter.
He has handlers, he has help, he has financing offices, all this type of stuff going on.
Investors and sponsors aren't emotional, they're analytical, and Caitlin's analytics blow the rest of the field away. Let's be honest, if you're a league owner, sponsor, or team exec, and you're given the choice between a player who fills arenas and a player who might help a little, who are you betting on? Ice Cube made the right call. He didn't just go with instinct, he went with the evidence.
Just for one player to be responsible for 5% of the whole league's attendance is outstanding. This woman is responsible for 33.5% of the total WNBA attendance.
Caitlin Clark is not just a basketball player, she's an economic force. This is why she got the $5 million offer. This is why she's leading the league in buzz and attention. And this is why, whether fans love her or hate her, Caitlin Clark is undeniably the face of the WNBA right now.
Ice Cube has come out and given everybody some brutal truth, and there is a portion of this.
Ice Cube, sorry, Angel Reese. $5 million offers only for Caitlin Clark.
Beyond the numbers, there's a deeper reason why Caitlin Clark received that $5 million offer from Ice Cube, and it lies in her skill set and star power, which simply outshine most of the league, including Angel Reese.
Caitlin Clark is way better than Angel Reese. They call her the female Steph Curry. I remember I was in Vegas when they had the 3-point shootout contest between Caitlin Clark and Steph Curry. I was at like this open air restaurant that had TVs on it and it was playing, and I stopped everything I was doing.
Let's talk about the game itself. Caitlin Clark isn't just a scorer. She's a complete basketball player. She can shoot from deep with Steph Curry-like range. Her court vision is elite, and her passing is next level.
And here, Caitlin Clark grabbed her 10th rebound, and that resulted into a triple-double, as she ended the game with 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists.
In one of her most talked-about games, Clark finished with a triple-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. And she didn't pad stats. She dictated the pace, made teammates better, and kept the crowd on its feet every time she touched the ball.
Listen, I'm just gonna say it straightforward. Skill-wise, Caitlin Clark is way better than Angel Reese.
Her IQ, decision-making, and ability to rise in big moments make her a generational talent. Now compare that to Angel Reese. Despite the media hype, her on-court production has often failed to match.
Angel Reese ended the game with 12 points.
In that same high-stakes matchup where Clark went off for a triple-double, Reese ended with just 12 points. Not bad, but not exceptional either.
And while they were interviewing Halliburton, she kept hitting these insane threes.
Highlight tapes often show Clark delivering crisp assists, bearing impossible threes, or orchestrating pick and rolls to perfection.
Here, Angel Reese gets a fast break layup on Caitlin Clark.
Reese's clips, on the other hand, often show her struggling with layups, footwork, or forced drives to the basket. Even her own supporters have acknowledged that her mechanics and polish just aren't on Clark's level. One commentator put it bluntly, "Every time Caitlin plays, I stop everything and watch. When Angel Reese plays, I just don't care." That might sound harsh, but it reflects a truth many fans are feeling. Clark has that must-watch factor.
Knowing Caitlin Clark is out, the plunger effect it will have on attendance, maybe Angel Reese doesn't want anyone to compare her drawing power to Caitlin Clark's.
When she steps on the floor, something special feels inevitable. When she's not there, ratings drop, energy dips, and the spotlight fades. And let's not ignore the elephant in the room. The WNBA is entertainment. It's a product that depends on ticket sales, sponsorships, TV deals, and buzz. Clark delivers all of that effortlessly. She sells out arenas, goes viral on social media, and has become a mainstream name, something very few female athletes achieve. Even NBA players and celebrities are attending her games just to see her in action. Angel Reese, for all her grit and competitiveness, simply hasn't reached that level.
Indiana Fever averaged 36% more fans on the road, 15,142, than any other WNBA team. The Las Vegas Aces are the only team that didn't see their season high in attendance with Clark in town, but the defending champs have operated at max capacity for nearly every home game. When removing the Aces from the equation, Clark's effect grew even bigger to a whopping 137% compared to when she's not in action.
Her numbers don't pop, her style lacks finesse, and her impact on the court hasn't been consistently elite. It's not about race, it's not about media bias, it's about who shows up, delivers, and drives the sport forward. And right now, that's Caitlin Clark. That's why Ice Cube, sponsors, and fans see her as the true game changer. It's not just about what you've done, it's about what you represent. And Caitlin Clark represents the future of women's basketball. Skilled, electrifying, and impossible to ignore.
By the way, the game before that or whatever it was, back to 33% shooting from the field. It was like one of the worst double-doubles in the history of the planet. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Before we jump in, make sure you go to our merch store.
At the end of the day, Ice Cube didn't reject Angel Reese to make a statement. He made a smart business decision rooted in facts, performance, and value. Caitlin Clark isn't just another player. She's a movement, a marketing powerhouse, and the most impactful talent the WNBA has seen in years.
Indiana Fever averaged 36% more fans on the road, 15,142, than any other WNBA team. The Las Vegas Aces are the only team that didn't see their season high in attendance with Clark in town, but the defending champs have operated at max capacity for nearly every home game. When removing the Aces from the equation, Clark's effect grew even bigger to a whopping 137% compared to when she's not in action.
From attendance numbers to skill level to national fan engagement, the gap is real and it's undeniable. The $5 million offer wasn't about favoritism. It was about who's moving the game forward. And right now, that name is Caitlin Clark. If you believe Caitlin Clark earned every bit of that recognition and opportunity, drop a 100% in the comments below and let your voice be heard.